Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in the lab, in the book. So I got a nice little lesson for you, the philosophy of sleep and the four states of consciousness. I'm doing something I don't normally do. I'm going to do this one on the fly, in the blind, so to speak. Well, I know the lesson, but I didn't really go over like I normally do, so I don't know what. So as I go along, this is considered live because this is the first go around. I'm cheating, so to speak. I ain't gonna put the study time in. I'm gonna see how I can work with this one. So let's see how this work out. That's all right. Let's go. Radism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give you life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this. Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. Yeah, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not, they simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know, you spiritually asleep. I can awaken you. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here too. Wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my yacht, be true. This is a lesson that I'm familiar with because I practice it. But to read through the lesson, I didn't do that, so bear with me. Let's see how this works out. Right thinkers, let's talk about the philosophy of sleep in the four states of consciousness. I thought you said it was three. Pay attention. Let's go. That's why I teach. There are three distinct states of consciousness. Okay? Again, which everyone is familiar with. Everybody knows about that. Waking, the dream state, and the deep sleep state. Those are three phases of consciousness, and we talk about it all the time. But we go through each of these three states every day. What? Changing your perception of reality with each different state of consciousness. Right now, we are awake. We're interacting. We're conscious of what we're doing. We're in the physical world. When we go to sleep, the physical body is at rest. The mind still works. The conscious, the subconscious. Now you're in the subconscious. Subconscious still runs the body. The heart functions. Everything is working. Digestive system. That's the subconscious. When we hit that deep sleep state, when you ain't conscious of where you are, you're there, but you ain't conscious of it. Why? Because you're in a deep sleep state, and the body ain't woke. So you ain't moving the body. Excuse me. But you know that you're somewhere else. But when you wake up from that sleep, you feel so refreshed. That's the deep sleep. And you go there every now and then to show you that's death. That's the state you will be in death. So conception. I'm trying to make that clear. I ain't trying to scare you. Oh, yeah. Okay, but some people who go to sleep, we all lay down and go to sleep, body rest. All of us don't get up. Why? Some of us die in our sleep. That's why. Okay, that's why I was blessed to wake up. First thing I do is thank you, Lord. Watch, I'm here. I take it from here. I got it. My pastor he says the whole prayer. I'm going to ask them, but I understand. I get it, but make my point. Now, the waking state of consciousness, where we are so used to with the image, the concept, and the names for ourselves, but it is not as solid and real as we think it is. We had that conversation with the physics. So I ain't got to go back with that one. Moving on. When we fall asleep, there you go. The waking consciousness takes a back seat. Why? in the dream world now. It is left behind. And we take on what? A new identity. There we go. Knowing thyself. When you know you know who you are in every waking state. That's why they say Hermes Transfiguration, Hermes thrice great. That means you got 3 levels of consciousness. When you get comfortable with each level, you're great. That's what it means, okay? To be aware. A lot of us ain't aware. I lucid dream. I know when I lay down and go to sleep. I know I'm going to the dream state, so I'm comfortable when I go into there. Some people, I don't have nightmares or that and other stuff, no. But that's called mind control. In the dream state, some people like the dream state. My man told me, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So if you're dreaming, that means you sleep. Get the concept, okay? And during the dream state, you take on what? A new identity, okay? Think that everything that is happening, your identity in the dream state is happening in the dream that you think and believe is real at that point in time. But what happened? Upon waking up, due to the alarm clock, you've been sleeping enough time, the body just automatically wake up, or somebody distracts you, pull you out the, or your dream gets scary, or you're falling about this happen, and you wake up. Okay, that's one realizing after that what? That nothing really happened. Man, you sitting and you wake up, you sweating, you've been running, scared half to death, and it was all in your mind. Once you start to realize that, once you come to grips with that, it won't be such a big whoop to do. I dreamed this, I dreamed that. Okay, nobody cares but you. That dream is for you. This in your mind. Excuse me. Trying to get the concept. All right. And all that, let somebody read your dream, what it mean? Stop that. Stop it. When you're in a dream state, you think it was real, nothing really happened. Now, when you hit that next level, here you go, that deep sleep state, you ready? Where there are no dreams, we are absorbed into the transcendental state, which what is beyond time and space. That's why. And that's where you go when you die. Upon waking up, from that point, you hear again, some people, when they go there, they ain't coming back. Upon waking up from that deep sleep state of consciousness, what happens? We do not remember anything but what we experienced, a feeling of deep rest and recreation of our emotions and our psychological selves. When we go to sleep, it's to rest the body. And when you go to that deep sleep state, the mind is now at rest, where it will be for eternity. Time don't mean nothing until we get in this state right here. When we go to sleep, time don't exist. The physical body got to wake up, take us back, to bring us back to this time. But when you stay there, that's what it's going to be. Get the concept? Well, that ain't that bad. No, it ain't. So understand it. Death ain't supposed to scare you. No, it's another phase of life. God. Sorry. What that what? If you living, you got to die. Come on, man. Sorry. It's the philosophy that plays out perfect. And I'm breaking it down to you from the beginning of time. It ain't changed yet. Night and day has been night and day. Good and evil has been good and evil. Since the beginning. And who did we begin with? I'm about to tell you right now. In all 3 states, all 3 regular states of consciousness, just described, I just told you about it, what happened? There is one constant factor. That fourth state, you don't want to doubt it. But let me break it down. There is one constant factor. A constantly changing state of what? Mental awareness. Once you are aware of each one of these states, once you master these states of consciousness, that's how you know about that other level. Y'all call it the upper room. Whatever record y'all call for that, that's what it is. Now, change. You are aware of constant change. Change, therefore, what? Implies that these 3 states do not qualify for what they definition of what we call absolute reality, aka Maya. Maya started out of the noon. Been Maya ever since. Okay? As previously discussed, whatever it is that we call us or our essence, that which makes us unique, the individual person we are, that which thinks, thoughts, and has desires, the ego self, that which we call a soul, the innermost I, is really, you ready? The unchanging witness. When I told you, when you go there, you face to face with what? The eyewitness. That's who that is, God. In all three states, through ignorance of his true nature, however, your soul identifies with the three different states of mental consciousness, you're enlightened. Thus, now it becomes and is bound to what? Reality. It knows itself. You know reality with which is currently you're involved in the moment. A lot of us worry about what we did in the past. A lot of us concern ourselves what we're going to do in the future and forget about the now. The gurus will tell you, the medicine tell you, live in the now. And that's all you got. Thus, it is always being caught in one of these states of consciousness at any given point in time. Either you're awake, you sleep, or you're in deep sleep. Okay? Okay, now, wrap it up. I'm good. I got another whole step. Getting good. The waking dream. Okay? The waking, dream, and deep sleep states of consciousness are only, you ready for this? Illusionary mental states. No one can maintain a perpetual state of wakefulness. You can't stay awake forever. No one can stay asleep unless they die, or dream or deep sleep forever. But deep sleep is where you go once you do die, but those levels. All of these states are therefore illusionary, transient projection of the reality which we must transcend mentally, as the search for what? Our true self is really a search for the thing about us, which is the one constant, which is these three states are only the reflection of the truth. However, they offer a clue to the truth, which is what? The one constant. One constant, what's that? Our innermost self, which is the spectator in all modes of consciousness. He watches while you waking. He watches you in the dream. And he also, in your deep sleep state, he watches there, but he gets a little more into it. Why? Because there must be a fourth state then. If he's watching all three, and we ain't got to him yet, it's another level. And that's the absolute truth which lies beyond those three familiar states that we live in on a day-to-day basis. It's something else. That's what they try to explain to you. Oh, it's about to get good. Pay attention. Just as it is possible to wake up in the morning from a dream state into the everyday state, okay, of waking consciousness. You wake up, do your thing, go through routine, what you do. But now, it's also possible to wake up from the normal day-to-day consciousness into what they call a higher state of consciousness, aka enlightenment. And when that enlightenment is of self, it's a spiritual enlightenment. Thus, what we currently perceive to be our day-to-day consciousness now becomes another form of what they know as the dream state consciousness. I tried to explain to you before. The Aborigines and the Native Americans say the dream state is the real state. And the more I'm starting to learn this, I get the concept why. We only wake for a few hours, okay? And we only sleep for a few hours. But when it's broken down in increments, you'll see that that dream state, just as much building as the waking state. Okay? So think about it. When you're asleep, and you go into that mental mind game of yourself, that's the real world. This world is illusionary. It's physical, but it's still illusion. Why? Because it don't last. Okay? What's in your mind will. Now, the problem occurs when we as individuals forget that we are really dreaming, even while we wake state. And we get caught up in what? The life's events aka the experience in the form of human form, spirit, having a human experience. That's what we have it on a day-to-day basis. And watch this. If we get caught up in the events of the dream, start to believing that what is happening is real. You don't know it ain't real until what? Till you come out of it, till you wake up. We lack the highest state of consciousness. I'm a lucid dreamer. I don't have a problem. But this situation can be equated, you ready, to watching a movie. What you mean? If you remember throughout the movie that what? You're just watching a movie. You just onlooker. You don't have no nickeling that down, so to speak. You don't really concern yourself with the players in the movie, the actors. No, you just watch the movie from that aspect. But watch this. But now, when we remain detached from the experience as onlookers of the pain and the pleasures that's being portrayed on the actors that's in the movie. Once we get caught up and we invest in our emotions, remain intact as long as we remember that we are only watching a movie. Sometimes it draws you in. And what happened? No one's really getting hurt. No one's really happy. However, the moment that we forget to keep our mental distance, detachment and dispassion, what happens? Now we become caught up in the movie. And we start to get emotionally involved. We get excited when it's going hot. We cry when they get sad. So we're experiencing that. Okay? Watch this. And when we identify with what? With the actors, so we suffer with them or experience joy with them along with the characters being portrayed. We interject ourselves into the characters. Thus, what happens? We cry, we laugh with them. We've all been in the movie, and I got a few that I can't watch that, but that's a tearjerker. Why? You're gonna get caught up, you're gonna get invested, and you're gonna start crying. Same way, it's funny. You caught up, but same way when you laugh, when you cry, it's gonna bring tears. So that's good acting, good movie making, whatever. But when they can do that to you, I went to acting school. The one lesson that I needed to learn, I learned real quick. Take a lie and make them believe it. That's acting. Prove my point. I was sent to the crazy house. They thought I was crazy. Why? I made them believe I was. That's acting. boy, you have no idea how many layers this onion got, but let's go. Such as that. I got some stuff. We call them experience. Now, but when you identify with the actors, we go through the experience, the ups and downs, and however, in reality, watch this. Even the actors who we get involved with in the playing roles, the characters, they don't even experience what? True suffering and joy. Why? They just playing their roles. And we as onlookers, we get, and they good. They're draw us in. They're suckers all in. That's why players on Broadway, all that stuff. Why? Because it sucks the crowd in. I understand that. It's a beautiful thing. But like anything else, it was our identification with what? With the illusion that was created by the movie that we wanted to go see that caused us to get involved into what? Even suffer and experience pleasure when in fact nothing really happened. Just like the dream. Just like the dream. And you can make analogies that you can understand. That's my point. Try to teach is to give you something that you can identify with and understand. You did a perfect job with that one. Couldn't get it no better. Now, similarly, in our day-to-day practical life, as we identify what? Our soul consciousness, the I, which is the actor, you play a role with your ego mind, right? There you go, and body self, you the character. We find ourselves on what we call the roller coaster ride of what? Emotions. Good, bad. Good, bad. That's the serpent. See that line? But when you learn how to smooth it out, find that peace within yourself, the good won't be so high and the bad won't be so low. That's the difference. You get the concept? I'm hoping I'm making it clear to you. But that's my point, to show you. You can smooth this. No, this ain't good. That's the serpent. No, lay him out. When he uncoils, okay, he does what? Go up. He rises, ascend. You got a snake, a serpent with wings, and a damn crown. Moving on, I did that last lesson. That still freaks me out. I'll show you the picture. All right, but now, once we do this in regular life, we find ourselves living the roller coaster, alternating between extreme pleasure and extreme pain. Get off the roller coaster. Put yourself at even keel. Level yourself out, so to speak. My yacht. Level it out. Playing field. Surface. Flat. Bad. Good. Stay the same. That's maintaining your cool. I used that when I was coming up in the street. We need to have study of high philosophy. Why? A philosophy will give you guidelines and patterns of what you can do to get where you want to go. That's why. Because it's a religion. They still got dogmas. They still got philosophy. So you all do the same thing. Okay, we just explained it to you where you can practice it. That's the difference. Watch this. Now, I'm getting to the end. We need to study high philosophy. That's the right thing of philosophy. Give it to you the way you need it. And to have already figured out what? That nothing lasts forever. That's Nephthys. Nephthys is nature. She's going to die. You are going to perish. Anything that's born in this world, nature dies, okay? But it regenerates. In the physical body, for us humans, when we die the physical body, the spirit will what? Reincarnate in another body, okay? Plants do it. Everybody does it. Humans too. And watch this. And that is what goes up, where eventually anything that goes up comes down, and vice versa. And this wave form of existence is also represented by, you ready? The serpent, Apophis, the original bad guy. He's the bad man. He's so big, he can wrap around the earth 3.5 times. That's how big he is. And him and Ra go at it every night. Okay? Therefore, as with the roller coaster ride and the amusement park, the only way to fully enjoy the ride of life is to think of it as a temporary occurrence. Knowing what? That at the end of it, ups and downs, one will still be unharmed. Okay? This is just experience. This is just a test. Do not respond. One must know, you must know that your soul is unaffected, unchanged by life's ups and downs, which you experienced in human form by what? Through your ego personality. That's who you are. He ain't going nowhere. You just got to control him. Now, I got one more here. In order to maximize one's sleep experience and gradually introduce conscious awareness, aka lucid dreaming, during the dream state, one should spend a few minutes daily affirming one's intention to remain conscious during the dream experience and to remember the dreams. That's being lucid. I prepare for that every night, and you can practice, and you'll get better, and you notice the difference in yourself. So falling asleep on your right side with one's right hand between the pillow and the face. The left hand should be placed on the left thigh. Even though it is likely that the body will move out of this set position during the night, okay, but one should still attempt to fall asleep in that position. This position will allow your left nostril to be open, thereby allowing the moon breath, which is most beneficial when during this time of your spiritual, physical health, meaning when you sleep. As soon as one wakes up, one should bring your consciousness to the present moment and then recall your dream events and write them down. If you into that, fine. I ain't got time for that. It's moving on. Okay, but those are things that you can do to help you. The symbolism and the events may carry important intuitional recall and your dream events, and you write them down. Why? Because the symbolism and the events may carry important intuitional messages from the inside, internal. So if the message is for you, from you, why do you go outside yourself to have somebody figure it out for you? Come on, man. It's eternal messages, intuition. That's I said, which now may be readily apparent to the individual or over a period of time when you seen as a group of dreams. When you take stock in your dreams and you start to be able to decipher and read them, you'll start getting a better insight into oneself. That's God's way of talking to you if you don't meditate. I say meditating helps that along also. And watch this. Okay, in ancient times, watch this. Just in the biblical time, Joseph used this concept. Watch this. In ancient times, dreams were seen as communications between one's waking self and one's astral self, the dream state, the intermediate, okay, self. Meaning, without the physical body, there's something going on, okay? And such under the proper guidance, if you have the proper guidance and you understand what you're being taught, now you could expect to receive your own insight into your own life problems and assistance in what? Determining your right direction in your life. Let your conscience be your guide. Listen to the heart. The assistance will coming from your higher self. Or from what? The beneficent netters. It is important not to overindulge in what? Dream deciphering. Don't take every dream, oh, I dreamt this last night, I dreamt that, and just get crazy with it. Like the horoscope, the zodiac. The zodiac is cool. The horoscope is a bunch of nonsense. Moving on. This is my concept. Why? Because it's overindulgent and deciphering was just simple stuff. Okay? Keep it general. All right. But now, since your dream state is, after all, only another variant state of your own consciousness. Everything inside you is inside you. It ain't nothing outside you. Relative to reality, your state, your waking state is living in the relative reality which we go through every day. And it is not the absolute mental state. It must be realized that until you are fully, spiritually enlightened, until you have full understanding of you, your dreams are colored by one's mental illusions. Due to ignorance, your dreams might not be as on point as it was once you have enlightenment. And therefore must be viewed with what? Dispassion and detached eye. Meaning, see it for what it is and deal with it. Don't make it such a big whoop to do. Taking it in now. From an initiated point of view, the waking state of consciousness is the most important. Why? Because it is only when you are awake that you can make conscious efforts to what? Learn your spiritual teachings by studying, listening, reflecting, and meditating. And it is in your waking state that we can most easily control our thoughts and actions in effort to achieve what? Self-discovery, aka spiritual enlightenment. We call it Nihas. I like to know thyself. That's the line. That's the lesson. I'll be right back with what I call mental energy. Hope you enjoy the lesson, right thinkers. In closing, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I know none of my right thinkers have passed away. And get ready, because I'm about to get me cash out. So for those who want to donate to the cause, I appreciate you. I'm going to give you the opportunity. I'll be right back.